What's going on, guys, and welcome along to another video. I'm Matt at DSR, and today we are doing the part 2 of the FODSPORT FX6 review. Now, I've already done the unbox and installation video, top right hand corner if you want to check that out. But today is my first time riding with the Bluetooth comm on the bike. For me, there are a couple of areas that I think about and want to look at when I'm looking at buying a new Bluetooth set for my helmet. Now, the first thing I look at is the cost of the unit. A single one of these is going to set you back around £70 on Amazon, or obviously you can go through the FODSPORT's website. In comparison to the other large companies out there, i.e. Senna and Cardo, those units are going to set you back £400 odd. If cost is the biggest thing that you're worried about, a unit like this is absolutely perfect because it's not going to break the bank. The ease of fitting this unit onto the helmet, it was pretty straightforward. Your usual, taking out the liners, place it in the 3M tape, put it in place, sorting out the wiring, putting the helmet liner back in. And that is pretty much it. Just the same with all other Bluetooth comm systems out there. Connectivity wise, it connected to my phone, no problems. I haven't actually connected this to my phone since I made the unbox installation video several weeks ago now, and it connected up first time, no problems. Now, when I'm out just by myself and I've got my music and I've got my navigation on, it comes through the headset absolutely perfectly, no dramas. For me, the biggest problem is with the music is it's quite tinny. The speakers are, well, I mean, the whole unit's cheap, so the speakers are not premium speakers, and it really does show in the quality of the audio that comes out. There doesn't seem to be any bass, it all just seems to be across one kind of level, which is a big shame because I do have the Senna 50S and the speakers on that are really good, and I think that's what kind of aids in the comparison between these ones and them, is because I own the Senna, so I know what the sound could sound like versus what the sound does sound like. So I think for me, that, like I said, that's the biggest drawback, is the sound quality. Later on, I'm going to try and connect this unit to my Senna, or Zoe's Senna, and then we'll see how easy it is to connect, because someone has commented on the unbox video that they've had trouble connecting it to their Senna. So I'll give it a go. On paper, it looks pretty simple, so I will film that. We'll see how that goes. The next biggest thing for me as well is not only the audio coming in, but also the audio going out via the mic. Now, at the minute, Zoe is at work, but when she gets home, I will give her a call and we'll see how the audio is for her coming through. Is there a lot of wind noise? I've put the mic kind of just behind the cheek pad on the right hand side, so it's not in front. Hopefully shouldn't get a lot of wind noise from me talking, but also there shouldn't be too much wind noise from the helmet, because again, obviously you get these things so you can listen to music and you get your navigation into your headset, but also actually being able to call someone hands-free whilst you're riding is a really helpful, useful capability. In a bit we'll flick over to that and we'll see how the audio is coming up for her. The unit itself is nice, small and sleek, a lot smaller than the Senna. The Senna's quite a big unit that sits on the side of your helmet, but this actually is a very low profile unit, which I do like. Doesn't catch on the shoulder, doesn't catch the wind. So yeah, overall, on that perspective, I'll give it to the FODSPORT. Guys, if you do want to pick yourself up one of these units, I will put a link in the description box below. But mentioning about payment, is this is a sponsored video. FODSPORT have sent me the unit, but they've not paid me, they've not steered this conversation, they've not steered my thoughts, my own honest opinion. And in a few months time I'm going to start doing a giveaway with some of the items that I've been sent, and this will definitely be one of those giveaways. So if you do want to be in a chance to win it, go and make sure you like and subscribe so you'll be notified of when my giveaways start. The buttons are easy and nice to find with gloves on. One problem I am finding is to turn the volume up and down, because this jog dial is spring loaded, whereas the Senna, it rotates all the way around. Because it is spring loaded, it means if you do a quick tap, it will then skip the song forward or restart the song. And then to change the volume, you need to kind of hold it forward or back to turn the volume up or down. For me, I've found with doing that, I've not held it long enough to turn the volume up or down, and I've ended up skipping the song. And I've done that quite a few times, which, to be honest, is quite annoying. But pausing the music and turning it on and off is really easy. Just one touch, push the center, and it pauses it, push it again, and it starts playing up. Obviously, I am on the GSA with the screen, but going at 40 miles an hour, ignoring the tinny audio, I can hear the music pretty nicely. Let's see, we'll try and find a road and do 60 and see what it's like at that. Can we still hear it? Because I have had it before on naked bikes where the wind has been so loud on the helmet that I've not been able to hear my audio, and that was with the Senna as well. Obviously, I am protected by the large screen, so I've no doubt at 60 you'll be able to hear the music fine as well. Yes, I can confirm you can hear the music just as well at 60 as what you can 40. One thing I'm not going to be able to get to work is using Siri. I don't know if this has the capability or not. Again, I would like it to have that, so what's wrong with people? I would like it to have that. So when I'm going along, if I have my phone on the front there, or I was connected to a Apple CarPlay screen, I could then give myself in directions without taking my hands off the handlebars. Again, this is something that actually Senna does do. So Senna has got the Siri capability over FODSPORT. Here we go then, we're in the office. I've got my helmet with the FODSPORT FX6 on, and I've got Zoe's helmet with the Senna 30S. Now I've checked it out on the website, and hopefully it's as simple as 4 or 5 steps to get these two connected. Now I'm going to put the second mic inside the helmet, so hopefully we can pick up the Senna when she's talking. Firstly, we're going to turn the Senna on. I'm going to turn it into pair mode, so you're going to push and hold both the rear and the centre on, and then you're going to push and hold the rear one for 5 seconds to turn it into pair mode. Cool, so that's now pairing. Turn on the FX6, push and hold the rear one. Keep holding it.
Battery full. Pairing.
That's now turned into pairing mode. And then I'm going to push the rear one again once. So Senna's still bleeping. So the FX6 is in pairing mode, it's flashing blue and red. Alright, I'm going to turn them both off again, try it again.
Power off.
Senna on. Side note, my mistake, this isn't the 30S, this is the 50S. I've just watched the video from FODSPORT. I'm doing everything that she's doing on the video.
Intercom connected.
Hello? 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 I don't know what I'd done. I just pushed the back one again, and it then said intercom connected from the FX6, and I can confirm the Senna 50S light has now gone from flashing red and blue to now solid blue. So yes, these are connected, but as you saw, it wasn't easy, it wasn't seamless, and that was just by fluke of how I got it to work. So the answer is, it can be done. Whilst you're riding, if you then want to disconnect the FX6 from the Senna, you literally just push the power button once and then it'll disconnect. And then it's as simple as pressing it again to reconnect. And the last thing I want to test out is me on the bike and Zoe receiving a call to hear how clear the voice is, if there's any kind of like noise cancellation from the FX6 back to the cooler. So let's go and get the bike out. This is now the second time I've been out trying to film this part of this video. GoPro obviously has let me down yet again, so as you might be able to tell, I am testing out the brand new DJI Osmo Action 4, well, brand new to me, should we say. I've spoken about what I think about the audio from a music perspective. Now for me, the next two obvious areas that Bluetooth speakers really need to perform, A, is receiving comms or directions, should I say, from your phone when we are driving around, and then B is going to be on a phone intercom situation. So I've got the lovely Zoe in the office, she's ready and waiting. I'll find somewhere in a second to pull over and call her. But what I can say about the direction audio is where the bass is missing from the music, actually when the direction is given, there's no bass needed because it's just someone talking, that the speakers perform really well in that scenario. Again, audio wise they are lacking. When I say audio I mean music, but yeah, loud enough to hear any of the directions given. Music's come through, we are good. So I'm going to call her on normal phone, not WhatsApp.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Well, this is unexpected.
Very much so. So at the minute, the visor is slightly, I'm going to do the visor open, and I'm going along, I'm doing normal 30 mph speeds. So at the minute it is cloudy. I've got my new DJI action with the new DJI mic, and it's working very nicely. So how's the audio from your perspective?
I mean, it's not very clear. It sounds like you're underwater.
Okay, that's not always the best.
Like, your words aren't always very clear. But I can't hear any background noise. I can only hear you, and I can't hear like any crackling in between. When you're not speaking, it's just silent.
Okay, that's good. So I'm doing 40 miles an hour, third gear, with the visor fully open.
So the noise cancelling of this product is actually pretty decent, even if the mic level sound, I don't know where I'm coming through like I'm in a fishbowl.
Yeah, I mean, I can't quite put my finger on it because everything else is like, there's just no noise, there's no background noise at all. But your actual voice sounds a bit distorted. It makes it quite hard to understand everything you're saying.
Okay, so maybe they've got the noise reduction, cancellation, whatever you want to call it, too strong, too high, where it's doing a fantastic job of getting rid of all the engine noise and the wind noise, but actually it's now distorting the voice.
And making it sound like I'm underwater because it's electronically, digitally, artificially changing it so much.
That sounds about right. Sounds like you've done something wrong.
Well, from my perspective, again, it's just same with the comms coming through for directions, and where there's no bass in like the human voice, actually the speakers are pretty decent. I can hear everything you're saying, doing 40-50 miles an hour. I've got an Acro can on, so the can's a little bit louder than the stock exhaust, but I can still hear everything you're saying.
Are we done here?
Are we done?
You've not done anything. This is the first video you've been in 2024, and you've lasted about 3 minutes. So from the rider's perspective, what I actually think is really decent is where the voice isolation is really good. I can have my visor open, so if it's a really hot day or I'm in a hot country or whatever it is, I can have my visor open, still getting my fresh air in, and it doesn't ruin the audio for the person I'm calling.
I mean, it's definitely, I've had worse phone calls with you on the bike, so in the grand scheme of things, this is pretty good.
Which is funny because I've always had Senna for Bluetooth. So actually, don't forget, we've got the 50S on both our helmets, and I hate my Senna when I'm out with Zoe, just talking, because there's always crackling and it breaks up and there's just a lot of distortion. It's very frustrating, and I do want to get rid of that system. It's terrible. But when I'm by myself and I'm listening to my music and just getting directions, it's absolutely perfect. And actually, when I was out with my mate Danny, who had my old 20S, I think it was, the audio was really good and never broke up. It was just between our two 50Ss that I had the problem. And there we go, ladies and gents. That was a phone call with one lovely Zoe. So, by the sounds of it, yes, it is workable from the receiver's perception, although the voice does sound a little bit underwater, kind of fishbowl-like. And as I said, I reckon that's because of the voice isolation. But what would you rather have? Sound like you're in a fishbowl, but you can hear everything with no wind and no exhaust noise, or less under the water, but then more ambient noise? it's kind of a toss-up. Remember guys, if you do want to grab yourself one of these, description box below, there will be a link there. And I will be taking this system off the helmet very soon to be doing a giveaway, one of you lucky people. Now I do have the twin option, so whoever wins it will get 2 of these, so they can have one for them, one for their partner, or one for their mate, if they don't have a backpack. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. More importantly, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, you ain't going to be in a chance with a giveaway unless you're subscribed. And until the next one, ride safe.